Hello everyone, my name is Sai, and this is an ADHD Studios production. Today, we'll be continuing our journey in Stardew. Last time, we started up on our new farm, started a small plot, unlocked the mines, and started collecting resources to sell in order to get the backpack upgrade. As usual, like and subscribe if you enjoy me or my content. Shoot me a comment about better ways to play, and please enjoy the video. Now to start us off, I have bad news. I completely lost the footage for day 8. My recording got interrupted right after I went to sleep for the night, meaning I was saved on day 9. I didn't notice until halfway through day 9, and now I record videos day by day instead of a massive recording. In hindsight, it's a better idea like this. Day 8 wasn't too busy though. It was raining, so we didn't have to water our crops. Thus we went to the mines all day, until we were nearly exhausted, and then left to sleep till day 9. On the morning of day 9, I check my mail, and see that Linus saved me again, but I lost some gold. I go to pick my parsnip, while I smelt some copper to sell. I'll be keeping up with this until I get the backpack, then I'll start saving copper for upgrades. I did save 5 just in case I get a large amount of money, and then I can do both, get the backpack and upgrade my tools. After watering my crops, I head into town, where I find the mayor reminiscing about the abandoned community center. Now it's time for us to talk a bit about the community center. It is, by most, considered the end point of the game and the completion of Stardew Valley, and for this run we'll be doing it no different. The reason I'm not very ambitious in this playthrough about what we can achieve in this world is I'm running, recording, editing, and uploading all of this on my phone. I'm not entirely sure how much it can take. It's an older phone, and though I have about 6 GB of RAM, to run all this I'm worried at a point in the game or on the recordings the data will be too much to process and I'll lose or corrupt something, especially my world. The way I'm mitigating this is by deleting the recordings after I've finished uploading them. So yeah, we're putting all our faith in my 4-year-old cell phone. Mayor Lewis finally finishes and says he'll leave it unlocked for me. I can't donate anything yet since I need the wizard to translate the weird writing in the book, so I went to break some geodes by Clint and donate the artifacts I've recovered. I also complete the quest to visit the Adventurers Guild, and in the process buy myself a new weapon since the rusty sword wasn't cutting it. I also introduce myself to Gil. I then head to the mines on search for more copper. The femur was a great choice, as it just destroys enemies. It's just a little slow for the flying bugs. I leave with about 16 ore and head home at 11 PM. I wake up on day 10 and Marnie has a surprise for me. She gifts me a cat. Now, I do have 3 cats at home in real life, but the cat Marnie gave me looks a lot like one of my kitties, Akame. So that was the name I gave her. I check my mail and find a letter from the wizard inviting me to his tower on the far end of town. I do the routine of watering crops and clearing some space after I travel down to the wizard's tower, where hopefully he can help me get the community center up and running. On the way I get insanely lucky and find another dandelion spawn, meaning I can complete the bundle immediately. I head into the tower and meet the wizard, who seems like a pretty chill dude. I'm more astounded that he knows actual magic, including teleportation. Like, who cares that the Junimos don't want to talk to you? Teach me that sweet teleportation magic. Anyway, he checks on the weird writing and feeds me a concoction that makes me see floating trees, and I've been around this block a few times. I know what was in that stew. But after my trip, I head home and grab the other 3 forageables and rush all the way over to the community center. Completing the bundle rewards me with 30 wild seeds to plant. I also unlock the pantry and the fishbowl, the latter of which will probably be the last bundle I complete in this playthrough. I want to buy the best possible rod I can, in order to catch fish easier given how atrocious it is, which means I'm going for the iridium rod. Mind you, I have no idea how much better it'll make me, I just know it's the best rod in the game. I then head home and plant the 30 wild seeds I got. Watering all of them took all my energy, and I didn't really want to go mining if I'll just be tired anyway. The next day, I get a quest from Robin in the mail to find her missing axe. I don't know if I'll ever complete that, but whatever. I water my crops, which takes nearly half my energy. I also harvest some potatoes and parsnips, saving one of each to give to the community center. Now, you may be wondering why I haven't planted green beans. It's because I think I can't plant them yet until I have a trellis. And I figure out far later in this episode that I can just plant them and they'll come with a trellis included. After starting on the spring crops bundle, I go straight back to the mines trying to reach level 20. It's much of the same, just mining to find the ladder to go lower down. On floor 17 I get absolutely insane luck and find a ton of ore, including 7 copper veins all in a group. After the cave becomes infested, I run down to the last floor, where I become exhausted on floor 18 and pass. I wake up on day 12 and get a letter in the mail informing me about the egg festival in the town square tomorrow. Now, I've been waiting for the festival for one big reason. I'll finally be able to complete the introductions quest that I've had since the start of the game. All the NPCs will be at the festival, so I can just talk to everyone until I complete the quest. Since I'm reaching my money goal rather quickly, I decided to spend some copper to craft a third furnace. I probably won't be making more than that for a long while. After selling some bars, I harvest my potatoes, and instead of selling my crops in the shipping box, I rush into town to sell them to Pierre, so I don't have to wait a day to get my money. Pierre was closed when I got there, so I went to go get some snacks from the trash like the true raccoon I am. Only Alex sees me raiding their trash can and is disgusted, so, feeling like trash from being judged, I head into Pierre. I sell all my potatoes, netting me more than enough for the backpack upgrade. Now we've completed our goal pretty quickly, and there's still so much left for us to do. So let's put the backpack that we just got straight to work. I buy 20 potatoes and head home to plant all of them. Harvesting, planting and watering all of my crops had taken every bit of energy I had for the day, so it doesn't take long for me to... I get level 2 farming in the night and head outside the next morning to water my crops. Today's the day of the egg festival, so we're gonna lose the entire day. I head towards the town square pretty early and am not allowed in since they're still setting up. I decide to forage in the area and get another dandelion spawn. Now that I don't need dandelions, they're going to spawn all around me. I just know it. Anyway, I pick a daffodil and head back to the festival. At the festival, I find Pierre selling strawberries. I decide to buy 2 just to have something a little different. I don't want to just plant the same things over and over. That would be a speedrun. I then go on to talk to absolutely every person I could find. It took no time before I completed the quest, with Emily being the last NPC I had to find. Too bad I didn't notice, so I just kept talking to everyone at least once. And when I finished, I go over to Mayor Lewis to start the egg hunt. Now, I've done the egg hunt once before, and I knew where absolutely nothing was. So, hopefully, this time, since I have better knowledge, I'll be able to leave Abigail in the dust. So, let's try it. So, with 8 eggs, Abigail won that one. And I don't even know how many eggs I have to find to beat her. It's the second time she's taken the prize. Better luck next year then. Whatever. With the festival over, we can get back home in the middle of the night, probably a little warm from Pam's special punch. I wake up day 14 and check my mail. finding a letter from my dad gifting me 500 gold. Now, this was half of the reason why I chose a female character. In case we were just too low for the backpack, we would be able to get that little push from the 500 gold our dad sends us. If we picked a male character, we get cookies. How do I know this? First run I was a male character. I thought I would get 500 gold, I didn't. The other reason I chose the female character is because I genuinely just like playing as them, at least in most games. Now, watering my massive plot takes so much energy, I cannot wait for one of them to be empty. I walk into town and find another dandelion, which, what do you know? So lucky. I take the cauliflower I just harvested to the community center and still don't know about the beans, but I'm starting to consider planting them just to try them out on my own just plot of land. I drop off the herring and I head towards the mines after I'm done. Now I'm still pushing for floor 20, so I get past 15. On floor 16 I found an ancient seed, which I have no idea what to do with, but it said to give it to Gunther. Going deeper, the femur makes good work of the enemies, and I find an amethyst. I then slayed enough monsters for the quest reward, so very lucky mining trip. Now, let all that luck fade away, and let's take a moment to watch me desperately try and find the ladder with low energy on floor 19. Yeah, I collapsed. That was sad. Waking up, I check my mail and tend to my crops. I went to Gunther to drop off the amethyst and the ancient seed I found. I collect his rewards, which gives me a plantable ancient seed, some cauliflower seeds, and something else that I have no idea about since it disappeared from my inventory the second it got dropped. Now, I want to talk to you guys for a bit. I feel like I've been playing this game like it's a speedrun, and though I will try to maximize profits if I can, and it's easy, I don't want to just have a small farm plot and do quick bundle completion just to finish the game. I want to build something nice to look back on, and I want to spend more time making my farm functional and beautiful. Also planning out spots on the farm that I can buy different things for: the coop, the barn, the greenhouse, and various other things, and where to place them. So you'll be seeing me clearing out a bit of space and coming up with some plans, mostly just laying out pathways and how they're going to be laid. A bunch of stuff is subject to move, and I want a large path that goes from the various sides of the farm, so I'm going to be moving all the farming plots after they've already finished their harvest. I'll do this right before summer, as most of the crops that are still there will die anyway. If I just kill them, I can keep the space and make new plots for the summer crops. It also works for me to do it this way, since watering my crops every day takes so much of my energy, I have barely enough to do any mining work, so I can just use that energy to clear space. Day 16 is a rainy day, so I had a bunch of energy left. This allows me to clear even more space for the day. I made a charcoal burner since I have a bottleneck on coal, but it takes like 10 wood for 1 coal, and that's an atrocious rate given that I'm gonna need a lot of wood for the coop. I quickly go to Clint to break the geode, which gives me nothing, after which I check how much I'll need to upgrade my tools. I've considered it, and I think I'm gonna upgrade my axe first. Since the tools get taken for a few days, I'll use my pickaxe to mine more copper to upgrade it, and in that time I'll make more alterations on my farm. Today was the day I finally tried to plant green beans, and figure out where to get a trellis later. Going into Pierre, Morris comes in and gives everyone 50% off coupons. They all leave Pierre and he is devastated. I comfort him only because I was the only one that didn't get a coupon. I buy his beans and head home. Planting the beans, it immediately works and they spawn with a trellis. This means I am an idiot. I clear some more space, trying to clear my head after that stupidity with the beans, and begin laying down the beginnings of a path. This is also why I want to get an axe first, since I'm going to require a lot of stone for this path, and while the axe clears, then I can use the pickaxe to mine some stone and continue with the path. After laying a few more, I head inside. When I awoke, all my wild seeds had sprouted, netting me a bunch of forageables to sell. I harvest them all and dump them in the shipping box, but most importantly, I can clear out the space that it left behind. Also, any astute viewers will notice I fertilize some of the plots. I don't care, I want the space. Since this is where I'm gonna put my coop, I lay down some more paths and plan a few more steps. After using my last path, I clear a bit more and decide to head to the mines to try and get lower down. Floor 20 at least. On the way, I visit Gil to get my quest reward. He gives me an insect head. It's a terrible weapon, but it has insane damage. But the wielding is what really gives me the problem here. Either way, I sold the femur to test this new weapon. It does good damage, but sometimes it just misses enemies. I tried to find the ladders as quickly as possible, until eventually I reach floor 20, where I'm gifted a proper sword. I decide to head home and sleep. I think this is a good place to end off the video. The game's really ramped up in things we need to do, so we have to try our best to keep up. I'll try to complete the important things in the season they need to be done very quickly, but otherwise I'll just casually be trying to figure things out. This includes getting the forageables and planting the crops just to complete their bundles. Anyway, now that we have a backpack, we can start to consider upgrading all of our tools, and the most important ones maybe to iron. We should probably also buy a coop and maybe look into getting a barn. As always, if you like my content, be sure to like, subscribe, shoot me a comment about how poorly I play the game, or how much you've been enjoying the episodes thus far. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all again.